Let's check in now with developments coming out of the FNB Stadium, and that's where the National Day of Prayer is taking place. Now, the day will bring together the various groups that will come together in reflections as well as in prayer. Here's colleague Liezle Wilson, who's monitoring developments there for us this hour. So, Liezle, take us through the latest conversations from there.
Good morning. It's getting louder and louder. In fact, on stage right now is the Shembe Nazareth Baptist Church of Gauteng, and they are performing for all those who've come out so far and are already seated, perhaps even making their way, providing to the atmosphere that's happening here in the build-up to that official program starting at around 10 o'clock today, but for the National Day of Prayer. And we spoke to Nkosi Bagame Shembe a little earlier on, and he afforded us a few moments with his daughter as well. They were just telling us about the messaging that they have for today and why this day is so important as well. And so we're looking at all the other denominations, religious leaders, and leaders in their own rights that are going to, come to the stadium to be part of this prayer service that's going to really look at how we can unify as a nation and battle some of those socio-political economic issues that is not only plaguing our country, but the continent and the world. And so we're looking at restoring that agency and healing. No stranger to what, the significance of this day entails, particularly an important one during her reign, is the current Miss South Africa for 2025. Kawekazi Mazaleni is going to be joining us now. She's also here to chat about what this really means for her. So on that note, good morning. Thank you so much for your time, Kawekazi. And you're the Miss South Africa. You know what it means for us to need someone to perhaps look up to be inspired, to provide hope. And ultimately, this is what the stadium being filled up today is going to provide. Well, what does it mean for you for this day and for your role as Miss South Africa?
I think for me, especially now when I consider my role as Miss South Africa, it's looking towards the country and seeing what kind of changes we want to see, but at the root of that really is hope. And what it is today, it's all of us coming together, united by the shared hope for our country and really praying for breakthrough in areas of things like GBV, in areas of poverty, in areas of education. And I think that today, being united by hope really is just the cornerstone of what we're doing.
There's a big program that's happening today. We can hear the brass band currently on. It's very loud, so we're starting to, I'm surprised you can hear me. But when you look at what gives you hope as being a South African, as an African, completing the story of the world by asserting our agency, what does it mean for you?
I think for me, what really gives me hope is just seeing the kind of courage our people have and how our people, especially our youth, are so incredibly ambitious. And I just think that when we all come together and we're able to start interacting, listening to each other, understanding each other, and really starting to work towards common goals, that's where we're really able to see kind of upliftment and progress in our country.
Absolutely. And yes, we are bruised, but we also have a soft heart and we're resilient. And we know the meaning of standing together, singing, dancing, holding each other's hands as well. I wonder, I don't know if this is your first time. Is this your first time here? Okay, so the energy is palpable. It's undeniable, right? Can you, what's going through your mind? How are you feeling the spiritual upliftment that's also going to be provided? How are you taking all of this in?
So for me, I feel quite grounded in the moment, if I'm being completely honest. But it's also, as I look out into the stadium, I'm seeing different colors and just different religious organizations which have come together to just kind of celebrate and be unified today. So it's almost like that grounding feeling of just being here, but also the excitement of all of us coming together with the shared goal. Yeah.
Okay, so the energy's picking up. I can see the next act is heading there. Just in terms of the last, your message for South Africa, we're entering December, reconciliation, World AIDS Day comes, we're wrapping up November as well for men's health issues. The New Year's coming, the festive season as well. What is your message of hope?
My message of hope for our country as South Africa is for us to be rooted in unity, really trying to understand each other, understanding our different backgrounds, because as much as we have diversity, there's still possibility for us to be united when we're able to understand our different walks of life.
drops the mic then at this point. We're going to hand it over to the official program in just a moment. But Kawekazi Mazaleni, Miss South Africa 2025. Just, it's her first time here, so she was reflecting on what this day means for her. And obviously, we're looking at what the message of hope is going to be, not only from her, but obviously from the various leaders that are coming out to come in and share that message to whoever's tuned in, not just in our country, because it's been streamed all over the world, and how this is obviously going to provide hope, but also tangible solutions to some of those social ills as well. The stadium, you can see it's getting fuller and fuller and louder by the moment. The IPC church almost filling up their seats that they've been, allocated. You can see the blue members there, well, blue ZCC members in their blue uniform. They're also almost filled up on the top there. You can see the car key on the other side just behind me. The green and gold that's been done at the bottom and in front. The women on the left, my left, and the men on the right. And so we're just looking forward to all that entertainment, but most importantly, that special prayers and messages that are going to be shared as that National Day of Prayer for 2025 kicks off. So for now, this is where we leave it. This is where we say goodbye. We've spoken to leaders in attendance. We've spoken to the organizers. We've spoken to people on the ground. They've shared their sentiments. They've shared what weight they're carrying. But they've also shared how they have chosen to be here today to offer that hope and blessings for our country, particularly as we enter that festive season. So for now, we're going to leave it there. I'm going to hand it back to you in studio, and we'll continue with the rolling coverage. Of course, this is brought to you by the Mutsepe Foundation. It is the 5th edition. It's back to you for now.
Liezle Wilson out there for us at the FNB Stadium. This is ahead of the National Day of Prayer as they count down to the start of the official program nears closer and closer. Thank you so much for that update.